Hello and welcome to Independence as the Chanute Blue Comets look to keep their season alive with a win over the Bulldogs and some help from the Labette County Grizzlies and the Golden Tornado. That ball game we'll be monitoring closely here this evening. Zolt Lopez on play-by-play. Anthony, studio engineer, as we get ready for our broadcast here tonight. The Chanute Blue Comets coming off a big win over the Labette County Grizzlies. At home, senior night, thrilling victory, and able to get the job done. Now for the Independence Bulldogs, despite being 2-0, they are not clinched. They have not clinched a spot into the playoffs. Winner will advance Friday night. Loser season may not be done, for that matter. This is just one of the big messes, one of many messes in the district here in the state of Kansas. Glad to have you here with us, and also listening on 1460 AM and watching on our YouTube channel. We want to send a special shout out to Mike Sutcliffe and want to wish you the best, Mike. Hope to have you back here before too long and get you back here for basketball season. We've already seen some thrilling games as it is across the state of Kansas, here in southeast Kansas especially, with Class 3A and 8-man Division I, Division II all underway, already done. Now it's time for the big boys to play here tonight. So, Comets, they will receive the opening kickoff as they will be going left to right on your radio. And here on the near side is Andoyo. Over to the far left for the Comets is DeVoe. So, getting ready for the kickoff between these SEK rivals, the SEK League champion Independence Bulldogs, gearing up to take on the Chanute Blue Comets. Glad to have you here. Let's get ready for kickoff. Week number 9. About underway for the Chanute Blue Comets and the Independence Bulldogs. And here we go. It'll be kicked off back to around the 10, brought up across the middle, and it is a return, healthy return by Andoyo. Gets up to the 34-yard line, where it will be 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 for the Blue Comets. And they'll be on the first drive of the night. 11:52 to go here in the opening quarter of play, and Independence. Comets in their gold helmets, white tops, blue bottoms with the gold trim. For the Bulldogs, orange helmets, black tops, orange bottoms with the white numbering. Ty Bowman shotgun. 3 receivers near right, 2 far left. Bowman sends a man in motion. It is DeVoe. Comes to the left of Bowman. Bowman in shotgun. Quarterback gets the ball. Hands off to the ball carrier. Goes up, right up the gut. Gets up to around the 35-yard line. It'll be a 1-yard pickup and 2nd down. Independence, the favorite to win this district. In addition, the favorite to make some noise in representing Southeast Kansas. They have a lot of speed. They have size. This is a program that was in the Valley in terms of a losing streak a few years ago, but have since rebounded nicely. 2nd down and 8, ball at the 36-yard line. Bowman, shotgun. Flips the ball over to DeVoe. DeVoe into the backfield. He's hit for a loss, and it'll be a loss of 4 on the play. And it brings up a 3rd down and 12. Speed, size, they have a great combination on the Bulldogs. That's going to be something that's going to be tough for Chanute to match up with. Comets, no huddle, looking over to the far left sideline to Coach Chris Shields. Get the sign. 2 receivers far left, 2 near right. 3rd down and 11. Ball at the 34 of Chanute. Man in motion, and it's going to be Bowman dropping back. Passes over the center, and pass is complete to DeVoe. Gets it back up to the 35, but not before he gets cut down. And it'll be the Bulldogs' ball with 10:17 to go, no score. So after getting the opening kickoff, not much going for the Comet offense. No score here in the opening quarter of play. Indy will drop 2 back deep. See how they approach with their speed on the return game. Good snap back, and it is on its way. Botched, and it's going to go here on the near side up to the 40. Man will bring it up, and he gets cut down at around the 41-yard line on the return, and that's where the Bulldogs will take over for their first possession following the punt. No score. Independence showcasing a lot of seniors. It's a very senior-laden team, upperclassmen team, but they also they're starting to build a great program here. Coach Boldra sticking through and getting kids out of the hallway and onto the field. 1st and 10, pass over to the near side, and it's dropped right through the hands of the intended receiver. That was Bryson Lineber. Had it hit him right on the hands. And it stops the clock with 9:44 to go. Week 9 football here in Southeast Kansas. Class 4A, Division I, and Division II. 2nd down and 10. And it will be a handoff. Running back cuts to the far side. Continues to stay up on his feet. And he gets up to around the 34-yard line. There on the carry for the Bulldogs was Will Chabelle. Pickup of close to 7, now a 3rd down. Could be Blue Comets get a stop here. That would be a huge stop for the Comets. But it is also 4-down territory for the Bulldogs, especially with their size and speed. But again, remember, the Blue Comets, they gave the Bulldogs fits last season in their matchup at Chanute. It's going to be a handoff to Chabelle again as he gets cut, falls forward. He's going to get up to 31. It's going to be, from the spot here on the near side official, it is going to be very, very short. It's going to be perhaps by chain links, and it is. It's going to be 4th down for the Bulldogs. And now decision time for Coach Boldra and the Bulldogs. And now we have a timeout. They're going to call the timeout to spot for measuring. Going to bring the chain gang, I believe, out to measure the ball. And they will. Official timeout with 8:36. Again, on our YouTube channel, you can watch this broadcast as we've got a tight zoom on it as they bring the chain gang out to measure. Now, from up here, it looks like it's going to be just a few chain links short. And thankfully, this time the officials, well, I say that, and now the official stands right in front of us. Say on our YouTube page, you can see a good view of it. Still going to get a good angle on it. And it's a stretch, and looks like they're going to have it by just a few chain links. I mean, they got it. They do. It's going to be 4th down by just a few chain links. Great stop by the defense, and I would imagine you're going to see Coach Boldra and the Bulldogs go for it, especially with the great push that they're having up front. So they will. Quarterback will break huddle. One receiver far right, one receiver near left, offset eye. 4th and inches. Ball at the Blue Comet 31. It's where the Comets, they had their drive stall out. Quarterback under center. He will get underneath, push, and he's going to be close. According to the near official, he got the just enough. Comets say they did not, but the Bulldogs will get the favorable spot. And it'll move the chain links. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Now, I haven't been up here since they've done the renovations. An absolutely gorgeous facility. Looks much different than I remember playing on. Shotgun. Quarterback has a receiver, each to left and right, dropping back, looking to pass. He's going to heave it up. Goes on the near side, completed. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Pass complete by Levi Kemp. And the Bulldogs strike first on the board here in the first quarter, 6-0. Now the Bulldogs getting set for the extra point attempt. Secondary was well defended, but it was just the speed of Kemp that got away. Now they're going to go for two. It appears that they will. Jockeying back out there is Colin Snodgrass, the quarterback. And it looks like Bulldogs are going to go for two here. Shotgun, same formation, high snap. It will go to the ball carrier as he gets hit in the backfield and can't go anywhere. It's going to be a stop by the Blue Comets on the two-point conversion. And with 8:10 left to go here in the first, the Comets trail 6-0 over Independence. Back in 1 minute for the kickoff. This is Chanute Blue Comet football on 1460 AM. All right. All right, I'll hop in and look. How much longer? Back here on 1460 AM, KKOI.com. Returned by the Blue Comets, get it up to the 25-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10. Comets giving up 6 points, but the two-point conversion failed for the Bulldogs, and now the Comets will get their second offensive possession with 8:07 to go here in the first quarter. Bowman breaks huddle, has two receivers far left, two near right. Shotgun. Empty backfield will now send DeVoe from the slot to on the near right side to his far left. And it'll be a handoff to DeVoe. Goes off his lineman, gets up to around the 26-yard line, and then bounced outside by the defense. It may be a loss of 1. Clock rolling, 7:54 to go. Now 2nd down and 10. Wood on the stop for the Bulldogs. 2nd down. And it'll be it'll be Bowman keeping it for himself. Bowman picks up a yard on the carry, and it'll bring up 3rd and 9. 3rd down and 9 for Chanute. 7 seconds on the play clock, and now botch snap goes into the backfield. DeVoe has to pick it up, picks it, and he gets brought down at around the 6. A huge loss for Chanute. It's going to be a 20-yard loss on the botched snap, and there's a penalty flag here on the near side. My guess is going to be an illegal shift against Chanute. Indy will decline it, take the field position, and Comets will be forced to punt 4th down. And let's call it Coffeyville now for the Comets. They are pinned far back. DeVoe back in his own end zone deep. Bulldogs, in fact, they've got 2 ball carriers up to around the 41-yard line. DeVoe gets the snap, boots it away, and it's a sidewinder on the near sideline. Touches the Bulldog. I believe it touched the Bulldog. They're going to down it. However, they're going to say it did not. And Indy gets a break. 6:16 to go, first down and 10 after another offensive drive that stalls out for the Blue Comets. Bulldogs will get the ball back. 6:16 to go here in Independence. Keep you updated on the score from LCHS against the NATO. And now it's going to be a run over on the far side, angling first down and then some. That's Chabelle again on the carry to pick up the first down and then some for the Bulldogs. Just a good run by the Bulldogs, getting good push up front, setting that up. First and 10, ball at the 31-yard line, far right hash mark. Quarterback, hands off. Ball carrier hit at the line of scrimmage, but kept high-stepping through the arm tackles and picks up a healthy 6. I mentioned that the ball carriers, they're going to get good hits. They're going to get, or they're going to have great runs. They're going to be powering their way through. So whenever you get that hit, you have to wrap up. And that's been one of the problems for Chanute's defense the last 2 years. Now it's going to be a deep handoff to Chabelle, who gets hit at the line of scrimmage and stopped for no gain, one of the few no gains in these 2 early drives. Gavin Harvey on the stop for the Blue Comets coming up, and it makes it 3rd down and 5. Under 5 to play, 6-0 Independence here in Indy. It's Niwala for Independence, so good crowd out here with even those activities going on. Snodgrass, shotgun, drops back, looking to his left. He heaves it up, and the ball carrier gets the pass complete up to the 20. He was initially stopped behind the yard marker, but the second effort broke free to pick up the first down. Ball at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 19. 4:29 and counting. Independence driving. They got the ball in favorable territory for the field position from Chanute. And now high snap brought down. Chabelle stays up, high steps, gets into the secondary, and falls into the end zone. Touchdown. So another touchdown for Independence. And now they're up 12-0 over the Blue Comets, and the Bulldogs are going to go for 2. Power and high stepping. And now Bulldogs will go on the field for the 2-point conversion. Dropping back, Snodgrass rolls out, passes it up. Ball tipped at the line of scrimmage, but a penalty marker is down. It's going to be defensive pass interference, and they're going to get a second chance at this. Pass interference called against Chanute. And we'll do it again. And the 2-point conversion is, no good. And so with that missed extra point attempt, it is a 12-0 lead for Independence. Back in 1 minute for the kickoff. This is Chanute Blue Comet football trailing Independence at Indy in week number 9, 12-0. Back in 1 minute. This is Blue Comet football on 1460 AM. Back here on 1460 AM, KKOI.com, the kickoff went short end up to around the 29-yard line and looked like it touched a Comet. Almost became a turnover, but thankfully Blue Comet's able to recover. 4:10 left to go. Ball at the 29-yard line. Bowman, shotgun, has DeVoe to his right, and it'll be Bowman keeping it on the near side, angles through, makes the magic happen by himself with no blockers, and oof, he got a nasty hit late. It was a legal hit, don't get me wrong, but it came down late and popped him on the collarbone. Could have been dangerous for a stinger. Now shotgun, makes it 2nd down and 5. Biggest pickup, and immediately, right as soon as I say that, DeVoe got swallowed on a blitz in the backfield, had no chance at all. He basically touched the ball and was immediately hit. As soon as he touched it, he was touching it to protect it from it coming loose. Now 3rd down and 9, 3:10 to go. 12-0. Indy over Chanute. Shotgun is Bowman. DeVoe to his left. Drops back. He's at the 25. Pass over the center. Slant. And lowers his shoulder. It is Harvey on the completion. Picks up the first down. First down of the night for the Chanute Blue Comets. And they get it up to the 40-yard line. Great slant pattern as the defense was playing preventive. They dropped back. Zone coverage. Found the crease to get it through. And now makes it 1st and 10 up to the 40. Now Bowman, shotgun, has DeVoe back deep. Snap and half to DeVoe. Finds crease to run, goes up to the secondary, lowers his shoulders, and continues to push his way for a 1st down. And there is a penalty marker down at the 41-yard line. And they're going to say chop block against Chanute. Well, either way, not only does that hurt Independence's player, but it's going to hurt the Blue Comets as that negates a great run by Matt DeVoe. Now they're going to mark it back from the spot of the foul, and this is a 15-yard penalty. And it's one of the things that that Kesha has been trying to really keep an eye on this year with the chop blocking. I mean, they are being very stingent on it. One of the rule changes for it. So now makes it 1st and 25. Bowman, shotgun, one receiver far left, one near right. Now sends a man in motion, high snap, and it will go to Hernandez, who spins off, but is tackled for a loss. And brings up 2nd down and 26 at the 24. Comets need a win. A win gives them the best probability, but they can still get into the playoffs with a loss. It becomes a points situation. Now we got a timeout on the field as Independence player comes running off due to equipment malfunction. Now a new player comes in. Play resumes. Minute 30 left here in the 1st quarter. Shotgun is Bowman. 2 receivers near right. DeVoe to the right. Now rolling out to the near side. And it's going to be Bowman getting wrapped up on the sack as Bowman was running for his life. And again, another loss. So after that block or the chop block penalty, Comets have been going in the wrong direction. And we have another equipment malfunction by the Bulldogs. And now a timeout on the field, I believe, and it's going to be against Chanute. Chanute's going to call timeout as they face a 3rd down and 19. We'll keep it here on 1460 AM, KKOY.com. Listening to Chanute Blue Comet Football, also watching on our YouTube page at Chanute Radio. And coming up this weekend, we've got a great weekend in Chanute as the CRC has their Grand View Lake Rec Park opening. That's coming up Sunday at noon. From noon to 6:30, they're going to have disc golf, foot golf, I believe is what they called it. Demonstrations of those. They're also going to have riding tours. So if you're looking for something fun, and the weather's supposed to be gorgeous this weekend, head on out to the former Safari Golf Course in Chanute to take a look at new activities. And Chanute continuing to grow. Then on Monday, Halloween, CRC invites all the little trick-or-treaters, tricksters and treaters, out to their Trunk or Treat. It'll be held on 5th Street, also in the Ox Building, where Lana and Zumba are held. About 5:30 on Halloween night. It's supposed to be 81. Can't recall ever trick-or-treating at 81-degree weather, especially in Anchorage, Alaska. Now the clock is rolling, 1:02. Despite the timeout, shotgun is Bowman. 3rd down and 26. High snap. Bowman will quickly pass over to the side. It is up and incomplete. And it'll bring up 4th down and punt for the Blue Comets. And after getting their first down, going the wrong direction, are forced to punt. 1:01 left. 12-0. Comets trailing in this SEK League matchup. Said even though Indy, with their impressive record and 2-0 district mark, they have not guaranteed themselves anything yet. A win guarantees them a spot. High snap brought down by DeVoe. Great punt as it comes close to around the 45, bounces to the 49, up to the 50-yard line, where it will be downed at the 49-yard line of Independence. No time miraculously winding off on that play. And minute left. Still looking, no score update from the LCHS game as of yet. Still looking for that as they break their huddle. And now it's going to be Independence dropping back. Snodgrass passes, a wobbly pass up, tipped, and batted down. Great defensive coverage by the Chanute Blue Comets, Trent Bailey, as he was going all the way, protecting that pass. He actually had the inside location, but did the smart thing, knocked it down. He, instead of trying to make a play, just batted it away from the receiver, and brings up 2nd down and 10 at the 49. Two receivers near left. Indy going from right to left. It'll be a handoff. Now trying to turn the corner here on the near side, and the ball carrier hurdles a defender close to a 9-yard pickup. That's Chabelle again on the carry up to the 42-yard line. Clock rolling, 35 seconds left. 3rd down and 1. Indy has scored on each of their drives here in the first quarter. They lead at 12-0. Now shotgun is Snodgrass, and it'll be a handoff to Chabelle, who got tripped up at the line of scrimmage, put his hand on the ground, picked up his balance again briefly, and able to pick up the 1st down and move the ball up to the 37-yard line. 1st and 10. And they're going to let the clock roll out, and that'll do it for the first quarter. At the end of the first, it is the Comets trailing on the road to Independence 12-0. back in 1 minute as we switch sides. This is Chanute Blue Comet Football on 1460 AM and KKOI.com. Yeah. One minute. Back here on 1460 AM as it's a handoff and the ball carrier gets swallowed up in the backfield. Great defensive hit by Hunter Linden for Chanute, the junior. Haven't called his name too often this year. Or excuse me, make that Braxton Reed. It was 64, not 54. 64 on the hit. 12-0 lead, Independence. Going to be a loss of 1 on the play. Second down and 11, ball at the 47. 2 receivers far left, 2 near right. Dropping back is Snodgrass. He's going to pass, and it is up over the hands of the intended target and through the hands of the secondary for Chanute. Could have had themselves a pick. Snodgrass does have a great arm on him. Snodgrass is senior at 6'4", so he gets a good vision over that line. And I mentioned with the SEK League next year, it's going to be interesting to see with the talents that Chanute, Parsons, Coffeyville all have, how competitive it'll be next year with those lower teams compared to Indy, Fort Scott, and Coffee. Well, I guess Coffeyville's in there too. But Independence and Fort Scott, with them losing some of their upperclassmen, and how much the bottom teams rise to the top and how perhaps more tight the ball games will be next year. And you know, Chanute, that this youth movement that they're going through and continuing to get bigger and stronger, it is going to do nothing but help them next year, regardless of whatever happens here. It's going to be 4th down and 11. And Snodgrass at shotgun. 2 receivers far left. They are going to go for it. Rolling out. He's looking downfield. Still rolling, still rolling. Gets chased into his own territory. Snodgrass continuing to go. Still looking downfield. He's going to take it for himself. Gets clipped at the 42-yard line. Loss of 2. Hold on downs. And the Comets will get the ball back with 10:27 to go. Great pursuit by the defense. Kept him in check, and also great job by the secondary, not letting up, not giving up on their coverage, pulling away that could have allowed a man to become open. So now it makes it 1st and 10 for the Comets. Best field position of the night. See what they can do with it. Ball at the 42-yard line. This offense all season has been a late bloomer, but when they get going, they are like a steamroller. They are hard to stop, and we saw flashes of that offense last week against Labette County. 12-0 lead, 10:27 to go. 1 receiver near left, 1 far right. DeVoe to the left of Bowman. Shotgun. Dropping back is Bowman. Pump fakes up, triple coverage, and knocked down by Andoyo. He tried to throw it into triple coverage, and Andoyo did the smart thing. He knew he couldn't make it. I think he felt the pressure. He just knocked it down. He became a defensive back in that case. In the first quarter, it is Labette leading Coffeyville 7-0. 7-0, Coffeyville trailing Labette. And now it'll be a handoff over to the far side. Angling is the Comets. And that one was Matt DeVoe. It'll be 3rd down and 6. Comets down 12 with 10 minutes to go before half. Ball up at the 46 of Chanute. Now, there is a scenario in which, even with a loss, that Independence would still make it, and now a timeout called on the turf against Chanute. They will burn their 2nd timeout of the half. Some confusion between the teams. Here's the scenario. Here's the current situation. You have Independence leading the league, or the district, I should say, by 37 points. Now, in case you're not familiar, they've changed it from 13 to 21 points as the max points available, so Independence is not maxed out. Then you have Chanute and Coffeyville at 1-1, with Coffeyville beating Chanute, Chanute beating Labette County, Indy beating Labette County, Labette County at 0-2. Chanute is at -5, Coffeyville at -13, and Labette County is at -19. Well, now they say that Independence has, in fact, clinched. So, actually, Indy has clinched the playoff spot, but they have not clinched home field advantage. So that's where things get interesting. That's what I was trying to figure out. I looked at kpreps.com, and they hadn't awarded them. And now a encroachment against Independence will give the Blue Comets a 3rd down and 1. It'll put them at the 49-yard line of Independence. So Indy has clinched a playoff spot, but they have not clinched the district title. So they could very well be on the road. But if you're Chanute, you need a Chanute win. And now under center is Bowman. Lowers his shoulders, tries to get the push, and according to the far judge, he has it. Near judge says not so much. Wait for the official spot. 9:22 and counting. And they're going to call for an official timeout. So the most points that Chanute, if they lose, and they lose by 21, the most that they'll be maxed out by is 26. Then you would need at that point, you would need, you would be eliminated. Because even with the Labette County win, at 26 points, Labette would improve to -18, and they would, in that tiebreaker scenario, where it would be 1-2, Chanute 1-2, Coffeyville 1-2, Labette County, Labette would win by points. So it is enough for a 1st down, according to the officials. So the goal for Chanute is to keep it close. Now, the most that Labette County can max out is +2 if they blow out Coffeyville. That's where the Comets would need a win. Now, if Labette was to win, but Chanute to lose by a certain margin, they would still be in by points. That's what I said. Points is the name of the game here tonight, even if it's a loss. Even if you lose, you do not want to lose by much, as a running back swallowed up in the backfield. 8:48 to go, 12-0. And now we have an injured Blue Comet, slow to get up. And that Comet is Cooper McMillan. So personnel change will come in following the injury timeout. McMillan is going to hobble off on his own. But it looked like maybe he got his knee tweaked a bit. 2nd down and 13 with 8:40 to go. Ball at the 49. Ball back into Blue Comet territory. So someone with much more knowledgeable about math and numbers and all that can probably figure out the scenario better than I can. But still hope for Chanute to try to get into the playoffs. And now pass back to DeVoe, falls on it, And they're going to say it was a backward lateral pass. So it'll be a loss on the play. Clock rolling with 8:14, and it's going to be third down for Chanute. They were able to use that bubble screen last week to much success. That was something that they tried to go back on with that previous play. Under 8, first half, 12-0. Indy over Chanute. Chanute in their white tops, blue bottoms, gold tops, gold helmets, orange helmets, black tops, orange bottoms. And Bowman passes over the center. It looked like the receiver was Matt DeVoe, and he had just fallen down on coverage. Pass incomplete, stops the clock with 7:35, and it forces the punting unit back out. .35. DeVoe gets the snap, boots it, low end over end, over at the 22-24, and the ball carrier evades a few tackles, but then is eventually swiped down at the 25-yard line. That'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Last drive stalled out, forced the punt. Or actually, no, it was a turnover on downs. So now their 4th drive coming up. And that offensive line for the Bulldogs, a good wall to push. 3 receivers near right, Snodgrass looking, and the ball carrier has it. Ball's loose, and it's recovered by Indy. Ball came poking loose, but there was a lineman there to fall back on it. 7:16 and rolling. 2nd down, and despite the drop ball, pickup of 1, or at least half a yard. $7-0. Comets, and it'll be a handoff to the far side. Ball carrier evades 1 tackle, gets 9 yards, falls backwards for 10 and a 1st down. Ball at the 35-yard line. Matt DeVoe on the stop for Chanute. Well, Independence renovating their stadium, going to all turf, getting rid of the famed grandstand where Mickey Mantle once hit a home run. Much more updated, renovated facility. And this one, handoff, ball carrier stays up, gets to the secondary, and a 1st down as he gets to midfield. New stands, new scoreboard. They even have a video board on it. They continue to have the cement walls, but turf, beautiful facility. And I know that there was a petition to try to save the stands, but did not succeed. And now they have a restrooms and concession stand, I should say. 1st and 10 at the 48, and the ball carrier again spinning through. On the carry is Josh Prowley, close to an 8-yard pickup, moves it to a 2nd down. Under 6 to play. DeVoe on the stop for the Comets. I'm trying to think of facilities that haven't updated here in the area. High snap, ball botched, and the quarterback falls on it. Snodgrass falls on the botched snap and now makes it, after 3rd down and 2, makes it 4th down and 6. 4-yard loss. Ball back to the 48-yard line. 5:20 left. And Independence, they're going to go for it again. 3rd down. Ball at the 48. Snodgrass shotgun. 1 receiver far left, 2 receivers near right. Indy going left to right on your radio. It's going to be a handoff, stretch play on the near side, and ball carrier stays up on his feet, evades tackle, still moves forward, and he gets enough for the first down. A lot of sideways movement, and it's going to be enough for a first down, converting on downs. And ball to the 41-yard line. .450 left. Now, here's something I did not realize. Now, I admit that I'm not from Chanute and spent summers here in southeast Kansas, but not a Chanutian, not a local. But I was surprised to find out, as a timeout is called, and it'll be on Independence. They will burn their first timeout of the half with 4:32 to go. We'll go ahead and keep it here on 1460 AM, KKOY.com, and also on YouTube, Chanute Radio. I was surprised to find out that at one time, Chanute had their own Monkey Island. Now, you say, well, what are you talking about? Of course, the zoo here in Independence, they have the Monkey Island, and it's a popular attraction. They have their nice zoo out here, beautiful Riverside Park and Zoo. And at one time, Chanute actually had at Katy Park the Monkey Island. I would love to learn the history. If someone could send me like the history on that, maybe it's over at the Chanute Museum and I just haven't been there to read up on it. But I would love to read up on that history to figure out why it is no longer there near where the old pool used to be. My guess is it's where that big parking lot is. That's my guess. I do not know that for sure, but I know it's out there where Katy Park currently resides. So I was surprised to learn that Chanute at one time had their own Monkey Island. Snodgrass drops back, and it will be a pass on the flat. First down and then some, up to the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. I bet Mike Sutcliffe could probably tell you about Monkey Island in Chanute, where it was located, and many adventures out there. I actually saw a video, one of the nighttime swims at the old Chanute pool. Now 1st and 10, ball at the 25-yard line. Snodgrass will hand off to the running back, trying to angle to the near side. Gets dropped from behind. Matt Hernandez there gets the stop. It'll be close to a 4-yard loss, and it brings up 2nd down and 14. You look at the Riverside Park here in Independence. I remember coming here during the summers and grandparents taking me out there with the carousel and the train ride. And you look at the recent renovations that they've done over at Katy Park with Lindblad Stadium for the Legion baseball and the beautiful facility. And now it's going to be a handoff up the center to Prowley, and it's going to be a 3rd down for the Bulldogs. 3rd down and 8. 4-down territory as they have the ball spot at the 24-yard line. Well, it's great to see Chanute, with the help of local citizens and the city, helping preserve some of that history, because there is a lot of history here in southeast Kansas. I'm glad that it's just not being destroyed for modern convenience. Handoff on the near side. It is a stretch play. Pickup of 6 yards. It'll be 4th down and 1.5 at the 17. Stretch play ran on the near side by Independence. So 4th and 2 for Independence. With 2:23 to go, sluggish second quarter. Shotgun, Snodgrass, man to each side, one receiver near right, one far left, and it will be just a quick handoff. Prowley on the handoff will pick up 5, needed 2, and it's good enough for a first down, so another 4th down conversion for Indy. Ball marked to the 12-yard line. And Independence, they'll break their huddle. They have not scored since the first quarter, but now threatening in the comments, needing a stop. Now high snap, brought down, and the ball carrier is Schabel. Gets it to around the 10. Pickup of 2, second down and 8 at the 10. And again, this is just a Independence team that they can overpower you. They can chip away. They can drag it out. Definitely a far cry from the teams a few years ago where had one of the longest losing streaks in Kansas. Now will be a handoff, stretch play. Goes up the center, now trying to cut back up to the middle and gets it up to the 5-yard pickup, third down and 2. The ball came loose, and Chanute will get it. Loose ball with the minute 3 to go. Comets will get the ball. Didn't see the ball come loose from up here, but perhaps you did on our YouTube page by searching Chanute Radio, and now a sideline warning issued by the officials to Independence. Sideline warning called against the Bulldogs. So first and 10, Blue Comets. Oh! A late penalty. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Independence. 15 yards. It'll be first and 10. Now up to the 23-yard line. Coach Boldra sitting here, or I shouldn't say sitting, standing on the sideline saying, what did I say? What did I do? So first and 10 for the Blue Comets. And now timeout called by Independence with a minute 3 to go. We'll keep it here on 1460 AM. After Coach Boldra gets flagged for an unsportsmanlike penalty. Huh. Now you see that in basketball, that's a lot more common. But to see it in football, almost unheard of. Score update from Labette. Labette leading Coffeyville 14-0. So Labette trying to lock themselves up a spot. Again, the key here for Chanute, a win and you're guaranteed in. A win in a Labette County Grizzly win and you're guaranteed in. So Labette County is holding up their end of the bargain, but the Blue Comets right now down 12. So Chanute, first and 10 following the penalty, or following the fumble recovery and then the penalty. Bowman shotgun has the vote to the left. They will not get the ball back to start the second half, so need a score here, get it back within one score. And it will be a handoff and blown up in the backfield is the ball carry. I believe that was Ndoyo on the carry. 50 seconds to go in the half. That was Matt Hernandez on the carries. He got pancaked. The Comets may be just going here to protect it. They're going to say second down and 17, but it looks more like second down and 12. Ball at the 22 regardless. 35 seconds left on the game clock. Bowman, high snap, rolling out to his right. Gets the pressure and can't get his feet from underneath them. And now a late penalty comes in. This was after the throw. Unsportsmanlike conduct, roughing the passer against the defense. So roughing the passer, and the Blue Comets will get the automatic first down. Well, no, they won't. I take that back. It's going to be from the spot of the foul. Still fourth down. Oh, no. They have it as fourth down. I don't know why they have it as fourth down, because that was second down. So it should actually be third down. Automatic first down is now the call. And I think just even further proof, I have no idea what I'm talking about. So first and 10 for the Comets. Ball at the 32-yard line. Comets going right to left. Bowman, shotgun, drops back. He is looking. He's going to haul it up. Passes over, and it looked like lost in the lights by Lane Harvey. He looked up, just trying to look up to the sky, and couldn't find anything. Looked lost on the play. 2nd down and 10. So now 2nd down and 10, 20.9 seconds to go. And now pass over to the far side. DeVoe has it, finds a little room to run, cuts into the inside, stays up, 1st down the sideline, stays up, and he's still up on the sideline. He is going, and he is down to around the 18. No, they're going to mark him back at around the 34. Still a great run by Matt DeVoe with 10.3 seconds to go, out of bounds, 1 timeout remaining for Chanute. Just squeezed on the sideline. You have enough room, or you have enough time to try for a shot down to the end zone, or at the very least maybe get 10 yards, and not anymore. Now the Comets are going to burn their final timeout to try to draw something up. Huge run by Matt DeVoe and waking up the Comets fans on the sideline. Now, there are well-represented, Blue Comets are. Comets are well represented here tonight, with their fans making what could be the final trip of the season. But great run right on that far sideline in front of the fans. And make it 1st and 10, ball at the 34. We'll have your halftime report coming up. Get you score updates from around the area. Also, take a look at some playoff brackets for Tuesday. As we have Humboldt traveling, we have the St. Paul Indians hosting what looks to be an early kickoff, and we'll let you know all about that at halftime. And, of course, we got the Fredonia Yellow Jackets taking on Galena. Shotgun, 1st and 10. DeVoe swinging around backwards. Blitz brought on, passes up and over the head of Andoyo. 5.7 seconds to go, and now you have one more shot to the end zone. And in the secondary for Independence already setting up to play prevent defense. No huddle by the Comets. 3 receivers near left. It's Hernandez, DeVoe, and Lane. And now Bowman will race over to Coach Shields to have the play thrown into his ear. And make that. Trent Bailey is the far receiver. Now dropping back is Bowman. Blitz on the corner. And he gets hit quick. 2.5 seconds to go. Quick dump pass. I think that was perhaps maybe to get a read on what the defense is doing. They're blitzing. Bowman did not even have a chance really to blink as the corners came off the edge, out on the outside edge. And now 3rd down and 10. And Independence will burn a timeout. Their final. No, wait. They still show Chanute with the timeout remaining. So I must have accidentally charged Chanute on our stream with a timeout. That they shouldn't have been. 12-0 our score. Comets down 12, and haven't seen any scoring done since the first quarter. Great job by the Blue Comets defense to keep him very much in this game. So still timeout. Comets taking their time. And now here they go. So third down, blitz again, and Bowman got immediately sacked in the backfield. No chance on that play. The house was brought. And that is the end of the first half as the Comets down 12-0 here at halftime. Comets had a great run by Matt DeVoe, but could not get anything from it. And now the Comets going to halftime down 12-0, and it'll be Independence with the ball to start the second half. We'll take a 3-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll get you first half analysis, score updates, and playoff scenarios for the area. As the Comets right now are trailing at halftime by a score of 12-0. Back in 3 minutes. This is Chanute Blue Comet football on 1460 AM.
At the Neowell Marching Band Festival. Cheer on our Bulldogs. Admission to the festival is $3 per, with children 5 and under getting in for free. Shelton and Richard guards Ashley Weber, Brian Shelton. Drum major, is your band ready?
God bless it. What the heck did I do? All right, are you there? All right, what's up? All right. Back here on 1460 AM, KKOI.com, as the Chanute Blue Comets on the road, 12-0, trailing the Independence Bulldogs in really, I think perhaps many might see this score as a bit of a surprise. Comets, they haven't had much offense going. It's been, I guess, another kind of carbon copy game for the offense for them on that front, where the offense just has not gotten going. They haven't got the push up front. And this is a very talented Independence team, by the way. And they have the size and athleticism up front to push them around. So not entirely surprised by that from Independence, but I think it may be a bit of a surprise as to just how sluggish this has been so far from for Independence, because they've had some steady drives. Two of their first four drives they've scored in. The third one they could not convert on downs, and then the fourth drive late, they were driving, threatening to put points up on the board, and then they coughed it up. So even Independence has not been as clear cut, and kind of wonder if perhaps underestimating the Blue Comets again, like they did last year, and that factored into it. But the Comets right now have to feel very fortunate being on the road in Indy, only down 12-0. And if you're Coach Shields, you're using that to your advantage, saying, look, we are only down by 12. We are very much in this game. Let's hunker in there. This isn't new ground for you. This isn't anything that you haven't already seen before, and this isn't anything that you haven't already experienced. So, to the Comets' credit, this is what they are. This is what they're used to. So they know what to respond. Now, the question is whether or not can they respond the way that they need to, and hopefully they can. But again, this is a talented Independence Bulldog team. If you're Chanute, your message is this is just another game for us. This is nothing that we haven't seen before. We've seen great teams, and we've been in this scenario before. Let's go out and finish strong. If you're Independence, I think maybe the pressure's on you a bit to capitalize on the mistakes, to perform better. Because while they're up 12-0, I mean, really, you would think that they would be up by more than that. They should be up at least 3 scores before that fumble, and it's not like they're essentially having their way with the Blue Comet defense. They're getting good push up front, but as this game is grinded on, the Comet defense has definitely adjusted well to their backs. So it should be an interesting second half if that first half continues the way that it's gone so far. If it continues down this pattern, it is going to be a very interesting fourth quarter. Let's go ahead and throw it back to the studio for a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll get you score updates and a look at the playoff preview between for area Southeast Kansas teams. 6:45 to go here at halftime. 12-0 Independence leading Chanute. Back in 2 minutes. This is Chanute Blue Comet football coverage on 95.3 or on 1460 AM and KKOY.com. Back here on 1460 AM, KKOI.com, also on our YouTube streaming page. Just go to Chanute Radio on YouTube, and you'll be able to take a look at our video that we have going on right now. So going back here and looking, as we mentioned, 4A Division 1, Division 2 is all currently right now playing, but we do have playoffs picture set for 8-man Division 1 and 3A. So let's take a look at the 3A bracket so far from here. And we have the Humboldt Cubs on Tuesday. They'll be traveling to Wellsville, making the long trek out there. The Galena Bulldogs will entertain the Fredonia Yellow Jackets. Yellow Jackets returning to the playoffs for the first time since 2006 in a close ball game there against Fredonia and Caney Valley last night. Fredonia just unable to get the breaks they needed down late to hold on to the lead. And it'll be Riverton and Caney Valley, and the winner from there will take on the winner between Jayhawk Lynn and Osage City. So it will be a very tough matchup for all the teams in Class 3A. Then take a look at the 8-man Division 1. 8-man Division 1. You have St. Paul hosting Peabody Burns, and that game will be on Tuesday, and they have scheduled it at 6 p.m. So they will host Peabody Burns at 6 p.m. on Tuesday. We'll have that broadcast for you on 105.5 FM. We'll have the Humboldt and Wellsville broadcast available for you on 95.3 FM. And then we will have the broadcast of Fredonia at Galena on 94.9 FM as well. So about a minute left here. Then in 4A, like I mentioned, nothing has really been set. Let's go take a look at the district picture in 4A Division 1 for area teams. Ottawa knocked off Fort Scott. Ottawa became the champions, and so Fort Scott is eliminated. Mentioned District 4 has Independence, Chanute, Coffeyville, and Labette County, and Indy's the only team that's clinched anything. And that is it for area teams in 4A. Looking at 4A Division 2, Topeka Hayden has locked up the spot with Holden as the runner-up. Girard is the champion, and Iola, they are going to the playoffs. Frontenac at 2-0. They are playing tonight, 8-0 overall. Frontenac, Columbus, Baxter Springs, Baxter, nothing locked in on that side either. So looking at the playoffs on the 4A Division 2 side, especially with the Iola Mustangs. Iola, they will be on the road against the District 4A champion. Girard will host the 4B champion, or runner-up, I should say, not champion. 4B runner-up. And I believe that is the Iola. So Girard would host or would travel to Anderson County. And then Iola would travel to Frontenac, I believe is what the scenario is. But still, if you have to take on Frontenac, anyone in that 4A Division 2 side, that's going to be a very tough matchup with the Frontenac Raiders, according to kpreps.com, the number one ranked team in the state of Kansas. And it is 4A. So Iola most likely traveling to Frontenac, and Girard will host Columbus, and that Columbus-Girard rivalry has been a good one throughout the years. So that should be a good matchup for the Trojans and Columbus. So we are about 2 minutes away from kickoff. Let's go ahead and throw it back to the studio for a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll get you the start of the second half as the Blue Comets trail the Independence Bulldogs by a score of 12-0. Back in 2 minutes. This is Chanute Blue Comet football on 1460 AM. Back here on 1460 AM, KKOI.com. As the Comets get ready for the second half, they will be kicking off to Independence, who leads it by a score of 12-0. Zol Lopez on play-by-play. Anthony, studio engineer. Now getting ready for the kickoff. And see how the Comets attack this one. And Rivas with the kickoff, and it's going to be a short end-over-end kick, bouncing to the 28-yard line and gets pushed backwards. And that is where the Bulldogs will begin. This game has such a lackadaisical feel to it. There's no rush, no sense of urgency. That's just kind of the sense that I'm getting. I may be wrong, but that's just the feeling that this game has so far. So Independence will have possession of the ball. It'll be three receivers near left, shotgun. Snodgrass, the quarterback, has one man to his right, going right to left. It'll be a handoff. The ball carrier hit from behind. Woo! Getting there in a hurry, Braxton Reed for the Blue Comets. Dropped him for a loss. It'll be second down and 11. On the carry was Will Schabel. Comets have had a few stops in that backfield, just not consistently enough. Now shotgun. Man on each side to Snodgrass. It's a stretch play. Trying to go to the outside and staying at home and tackling Tret Bailey. Good open field tackle by Tret Bailey. And quickly, it's third down and 11 for the Bulldogs. Ball at the 29-yard line. Remember, Bulldogs, they have not punted at all here tonight. They went for it on their third drive, turnover on downs, and then turned it over on their fourth drive deep in Chanute territory. Two receivers near left, third down and 11, and it's going to be Snodgrass passing on the near side, gets the block, first down, as the ball carrier is chased out of bounds here on the near sideline. On the pursuit was Corbett Kimberlin, along with other Blue Comet defenders. Corbett still having the club on his hand due to the broken thumb. So first down and 10 for the Bulldogs from the 49. To converting on that long third down, and a stop again in the backfield. Comet defense getting there in a hurry. Braxton Reed on the initial hit. Matt DeVoe on the wrap. Second down and 9 at midfield. Now breaking huddle is Snodgrass. Has a man to his right. Two receivers near left. Shotgun. Slot receiver in motion. It's going to be a handoff up the center. Angling on the near side. Has room to run. Getting through the secondary. Stays up. Carries Matt DeVoe to the 10-yard line. Chabel with it. And there is a penalty marker down at around the 39. This could be coming back. And the official... Everyone coming back, and it is holding against the Bulldogs. Break for the Blue Comets. Chabel broke free, got into the secondary, and took Matt DeVoe for a ride to the 10-yard line. I hope at least Matt DeVoe got some frequent flyer miles on that one. That's a credit, I think, perhaps the best illustration of the strength of the running backs here for Independence. So he carried him for a good 5 yards after the run, and now Chabel has it again, looking to run, and stays forward, goes through an arm tackle, and gets the first down up to the 40. He was stopped initially at around the 45, but arm tackling, busts through, and picks up the first down. Ball at the 40. 9:38 opening drive of the second half. Last score, we had Labette County leading Coffeyville at half. Now first and 10. It'll be a handoff. Chabel on the near side, finds room, gets through the linebackers up to the 20, 15, and he's thrown down to the 14. It'll be first and 10, and now that block up front, Chabel has found room to run. And that's the second time he's busted out of a few arm tackles for a pickup. And now official timeout as Reed comes running to the sideline. One receiver near left, one receiver far right. Shotgun. High snap, brought down, and the ball carrier gets gang tackled by a host of Blue Comets. Josh Prowley on the carry. .850 and counting. Still opening possession. Comets defense forced a turnover last time the Bulldogs were in this side of the field. See if the Comet defense could make that happen again. Shotgun and a penalty marker down. This is going to be false start against Indy. Second down and 14. The ball will be marked at the 19-yard line. 8:29. Now, the 4A playoffs, unlike the other classifications, they will play on Friday night, whereas 3A, 8-man, and others will move to Tuesday. Play Tuesday and then Saturday. It makes it for a very quick week for all the teams, especially those Western teams on the coverage. Snodgrass, shotgun, 2 near left, 1 far right. Dropping back, Snodgrass looking to pass. It's up, and it's picked up! Picked up by the Blue Comets, and they have great blocking downfield. Can they get there? Turning inside. It is Bailey staying up, and he is gone. A touchdown for the Comets, going all the way, a 90-yard pick six. Lane Harvey, pick six city. And the Comets on the board for the first time tonight, 12-6. Spied that one all the way. And the Comets on the board. What a pick six, and just what the doctor ordered. That is the second time the Comets have forced a turnover with the Bulldogs driving deep in their territory. And now Ribas on for the extra point attempt. Lane Harvey, pick six, ball down, kick up, end over end, and it is good. And the Comets are down by 5 with 7:55 to go in this matchup. Hold on to your seats. We've got a ball game. Back in 1 minute for the kickoff. This is Chanute Blue Comet football on 1460 AM. Are we there? Are we back? So what we just missed on the kickoff was a botched handling. Ball squirted loose, went back to around the 20-yard line. Chanute unable to recover the loose ball, which would have put him 1st and 10 at the 20. And then hit in the backfield was a carry, no gain, and now 2nd down and 10 from the 20. And Prowley will have it on the near side, angling back in, and he falls backwards for the 1st down, an 11-yard pickup. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. But I think right now the word is that the Bulldogs right now playing fired up, but having to try to settle down. Score update from Labette County. Labette over Coffeyville 20-0 heading into halftime. So Labette is about ready to max out their total number of points. 12-7. And now trying to angle on the near side. Ball. Prowley again. Cooper McMillan on the tackle for Chanute. Now makes it 2nd down and 6. And now a handoff on the near side. Ball carrier falling backwards. Third down and 2. See if the Comets can get a defensive stop. Sorry for that delay there, but 3rd down and 2. Ball at the 41-yard line. This Indy running backs, they know how to keep their feet moving after the initial hit. So now it'll be 3rd and 2. Handoff, and again, there's the ball carrier picking it up. So with Labette County, they could max out at 21 points. Let's go ahead and assume that. They'll be +2. So Chanute has to win by 7 or more to go to the playoffs. That is now the magic numbers. Chanute has to win by 7. Unless Coffeyville somehow finds a way to score. Now 1st and 10. It'll be a handoff. Prowley has it. Gets hit at midfield, and they're going to mark him down at around the 48, 49-yard line. Brings up 2nd down for the Bulldogs. 5 minutes left. 12-7 the score in Independence between these SEK rivals and the SEK League champion Independence Bulldogs. Prowley will come out with an equipment jersey issue. So right now it looks like 7 is the magic number for Chanute that they have to win by. Now on the near side, hold. Falling as getting tripped up was the ball carrier, Chabel. And he just got tripped up by Gage Leedy. Leedy was laying down on the ground, and Chabel wasn't able to pick up his feet. Ball marked at the 48 of Chanute. Indy driving. Last 2 drives have ended with turnovers deep in Blue Comet territory. One was a pick 6. That was just the last score. And then to end the second quarter, it was a fumble recovery. Now 3rd and short, shotgun, and it will be the Snodgrass pass on the near sideline. Up and incomplete. And it brings up 4th down. Now, as I mentioned, the Bulldogs, they have not punted at all tonight. Will they punt here? No. At least they're not showing at this time. 4th and 2, ball at the 48-yard line. They're quickly hustling back up to the line of scrimmage. 1 receiver far right, 1 near left. Snodgrass has a running back on each side. Play clock goes. 4th down and 2. Comets have not got a 4th down stop yet. And now it'll be on the near side, trap, and stays up, falling forward, 1st down. Chicago Elias on the carry. And the Comets yet again, defense unable to get a 4th down stop. That is the 4th time tonight that the Bulldogs have converted. Leading on the stop for Chanute. Bend but don't break. High snap, and it will be the ball carrier. Chabel gets initially wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage and dropped. Jake Klein's on the stop. And there was a Blue Comet that got in there that held Chabel's jersey to slow him up. 3:21 left. Didn't catch the number, but he was just as much part of that tackle as what Klein's was, because without that, Chabel's still dancing around. 2 receivers near left. man on each side of the shotgun quarterback. Snodgrass hands it off, and it is Elias darting through, angling on the outside and back in. And he picks up 15 yards for a first down, and Elias, the fresh running back, will now come out. So yet again, the Bulldogs back in Chanute territory. 2:45 to go here in the third. Shotgun and cut down right in the backfield. What a terrific blitz, getting right in there. Braxton Reed, the young sophomore, with the 4-yard loss, hitting Schaubel right as soon as he got the handoff. 2:15 left. And now it's going to be Snodgrass rolling out on the near side. Pass complete. And dancing around is the receiver. Gets to the 18-yard line. It'll bring up third down and long still. Chasing on the reception was Gage Leedy. And brings up third down and a long 6. Ball at the 18-yard line. Third down and 18. Or excuse me, third down and 6 from the 18. 4-down territory here for the Bulldogs. Shotgun. It's Snodgrass, man on each side, and it will be a handoff. And Schaubel stays up, able to evade one tackle. He runs into his own man, and he's dropped for a huge loss. Down to the 25. It is a 6-yard loss. They are going to officially mark him down at the 23, and now fourth down and 12. And now the Comet defense needs to do something they have not done all night, and that is stop the Bulldogs on fourth down. They forced turnovers this deep, but they have not forced a turnover on downs. They've had a fumble. They've had an interception in this area. Now let's see if they can get a turnover on downs. 40 seconds left. Shotgun is the quarterback, and it's going to be a pass. Chased out, and the defender initially got him. It is up for grabs. Pass is incomplete. Dropped by the receiver. He had it in his hands. And the Blue Comets defense holds. They bend, but don't break with 32.2 seconds to go. And the Comets will get the ball back deep in their own territory, keeping the Bulldogs off the board. Still here in the second half, 12-7 Comets. If you're watching on our YouTube channel, you saw that great coverage by the secondary as they brought a fantastic stop. And now the clock is rolling. Now they stop it. See if they'll add more time up on the clock. A few seconds rolling off. So now first and 10. It'll be a handoff and cut down behind the line of scrimmage was the ball carrier for Chanute. And Matt DeVoe on the carry. See if the Comets will run a play here with 17 seconds to go, or if they'll use the extra time to catch their breath. They're looking over to the sideline. 10 seconds left. Play clock goes. 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, and they will allow time to expire. So at the end of the third quarter, Chanute gets on the board, and they are down 5-2. The Independence Bulldogs will switch sides and come back with the fourth and final quarter of play back in 1 minute. This is Blue Comet Football on 1460 AM. One minute. Back on 1460 AM, KKOI.com. As the Comets go into the fourth and final quarter, trailing the Bulldogs 12-7. The Comets will have possession of the ball. Second down and 12. Whoa, wait a minute. There's a second down and 17? I know he got stopped for a loss, but I didn't realize it was that big of a loss. Unless they had a penalty of some sort. I don't know. Swinging bubble screen over the far side, and immediately another loss going backwards on that play. Matt DeVoe on the pass on the flat. So Chanute has to win by a touchdown to clinch a spot to the playoffs. And now we'll be running out. Pass, in and out of the hands. Intended on the near side for Andoyo as he just felt the pressure and dropped it. Now it's going to be fourth down and punting. I said on the scoreboard, they're showing it as fourth down and 12, but it's fourth down and 17 on the field. Very confused, which probably comes as a surprise to nobody. 12-7 Independence. High snap. DeVoe punts it off. Beautiful punt. Goes back, bounces high, and it's going to be down at around the 48-yard line, and that's where Independence will get the ball back. So a pick six, the difference in this ball game for Chanute in terms of being only down by 5. Labette County last score, they were up 20-0 over the Golden Tornado. So now it's going to be a run over on the near side, and falling forward was Chabelle as he gets clipped by the Comets linebacker Cooper McMillan, the young sophomore. And he is going to be a lot of fun to watch. So 12-7, Comets trailing by 5. Still no sense of urgency from the Bulldogs, and Chabelle has it again, and he gets gang tackled up to the 45 on the handoff. Host of Comets there. And again on the stop is Cooper McMillan. Now third down, and okay, now they've got third down and 7. Ball at the 45 of Chanute. So Indy breaking their huddle. One receiver near right, one far left. Shotgun, man on each side. High snap, and it will be a handoff onto the near side, and defense holds on a minimal pickup of 3. Chabelle went for it and brings up fourth down for the Bulldogs. And again, they have not punted at all tonight. Now would not expect for them to do so here. Both teams with all 3 timeouts so far. Now fourth down. Snodgrass shotgun. He will hand it off to Elias. Elias angles, and he picks up the first down over on the far side. It'll be a first down for the Bulldogs. 9:25 to go. Elias here in the second half did not have his name called that often in the first half, but here in this second half, he has been quite the difference maker. Now snap and goes to Elias again. Gets packed in for a 4-yard pickup. Ball up to the 31-yard line. 9 minutes left. 12-7, Comets trailing by 5. Comets with their gold helmets, white tops, blue bottoms, blue numbering. Orange helmets, black tops, orange pants for the Bulldogs. Shotgun is Snodgrass, man on each side, and now he will reverse him. Near side is Shovel. And it will go. No, ball's loose! Ball's loose! Picked up by the quarterback. Snodgrass still angling around, and he falls forward. Ball came loose, and no, they're going to say he was down. Whew. Little bit of cardiac action there. Making sure the heart's still ticking. Ball at the 29-yard line. Hey, come on out for Trunk or Treat at the CRC this Monday on Highland in Chanute. Now 3rd down and 4. Ball at the 29. Have to get it up to the 25. Shotgun. 2 receivers near right. 1 far left. Elias on the near right side. High snap, and it's pitched around and still able to come up with it. Engling. Great run. A hard runner was Schabel as he came around on the near side. They were playing hot potato with the football. Did a lot of running for maybe a pickup of a yard. And now 4th and 3. Ball up to the 27 and a timeout. 7:16. We have an official timeout. Now play will resume. 7:16. Another 4th down. Independence, stop me if you've heard this before, going for it on 4th down. Shotgun, man to each side to Snodgrass. Has it. It will be a handoff to Chicago Elias, who gets into the secondary, splits through 2 men, carries one into the end zone, touchdown, Independence. And Indy on the board for the first time since the first quarter. And now the extra point pending. And now we have a Comet down in the end zone. Can't see who the injured Comet is, but the coaching staff hovering around him. To check on the health. 18-7 after the Elias touchdown run. They're taking their time with the injured player. And someone from the secondary, because it's whoever Elias carried into the end zone. And how many times have we seen that tonight where a Bulldog has carried a blue Comet on their back? It looks like it's Tret Bailey from up here. It looks like it was number 9, Tret Bailey. Getting some assistance walking off. He is putting some pressure on his feet, although he has Coach Shields on one side and an assistant on the other to help take some of that pressure off. So extra point pending. And the Bulldogs are up 18-7. And they will try to go for 2. Now, Chicago Elias botches the snap. He looks downfield, stays on his feet, cuts through a few defenders, but all the running only comes up with no yardage. And it is 18-7, Independence here in the fourth quarter leading over the Bulldogs, or excuse me, Independence leading over the Blue Comets. 18-7 back on the kickoff. When we come back, this is Chanute Blue Comet football on 1460 AM. What? 1 minute. Yes, 1 minute. And the kickoff almost botched here on the near side by the Blue Comets. Went right through the hands of one of the front line. Halfway through this fourth quarter, it is 18-7. Chanute trailing. Grizzlies now up 34-0 over Coffeyville. So if things hold the way they are now, then it will be the Bulldogs hosting, and it'll be the Grizzlies into the playoffs. And remember, they were 0-2 entering in. Now swinging over to the near side, pass complete. Pass complete to Lane Harvey, close to a 9-yard pickup. 6:30 left. That's just how crazy the scheduling can be. You can go 0-2 in district to have teams ahead of you at 1-1 and still make the playoffs. Absolutely nuts. Now shotgun, 2nd down and 1, and it'll be pass over the center. Pass complete near midfield to Cooper McMillan. A little jawing back and forth near midfield after that catch. 6 minutes left. 6 minutes left in the Blue Comet season. And a timeout. As I believe they're going to say the time was still running as the chains were not set to get set for the first down. Now, the officials have blown the play dead, or the game stopped at this point with 5:59 to go as of this time. Now they're going to put 6:09 back on the clock, so a whole 10 seconds. 18-7. Indy leading Chanute. Shotgun, 2 receivers near left, 3 far right. Dropping back, quick pass. And it was Hernandez dropped the pass. And the clock still running. Now stopped at 5:51. Nearing the top of the hour. Listening to KKOI 1460 AM Chanute. Comets on the road tonight against the Bulldogs. Near side, it is Matt Hernandez. 2nd down and 14. Now rolling out to the near side is Bowman looking down, and he gets sacked. Stopped in the backfield. And now 3rd down and long. You still have 3 timeouts, but you have to score on this drive if you want to try to win. Comets picking up 3 wins this season, once against Labette County last week. Now they're against Parsons 3 weeks ago, and they're opening up the season with the win over Iola. All right, one of the toughest schedules in the SEK League this season. And now will be a handoff to DeVoe. Dives forward and picks up a few yards, but it still makes it 4th down. Ball at the 41. I believe the Comets are going to go for it. They have no other option down by 11. They have to convert here to keep their hopes alive. So empty backfield is Bowman. 2 receivers near left, 3 far right. Bowman looking to the right all the way, and it is picked off. Chicago Elias start outside, back in, bounces off his own man, continues to stutter steps, goes through, and he is into the end zone, touchdown. And that should do it for the Comets. Chicago Elias was bouncing around like a ping pong ball. Penalty marker is down. So let's wait and see what the call is. It will be Independence's ball. You know, whether it's blocking the back or holding. Blocking the back against Indy. It'll be their ball, but it wipes off the touchdown run. So still some hope. It'll be marked off from the spot of the foul. But momentum definitely just swung heavily towards the Bulldogs' way. 4:11 left. Comets were going, it was going to be a turnover on downs anyways, but would not have liked to have, one, given up the touchdown. Thankfully, there was the block in the back, or have it this deep in your own territory. And now the Blue Comets season hinges on this defensive stand. The defense has really kept them in this ball game the entire night and all season, as it will be a handoff. Ball carrier stopped at the line of scrimmage. Hernandez, along with Braxton Reed, converging on the stop. No gain, 2nd and 10 with under 4 to go. 18-7, Comets trailing. So now the scenario is as simple as this. With an Independence win, the Bulldogs will host, and Labette County, with their massive margin right now over Field Kinley, is a handoff. And running back goes nowhere. Going to bring up 3rd down and 10. With the massive margin right now by Labette County, it'll bring up Labette County going on the road next Friday night, and the Comet season done. Now 3rd down and 10 for the Bulldogs, and they are just going to roll this clock as much as they can. Snodgrass takes it over the far side, goes up the gut into the secondary and gone. Touchdown. In fact, that was not Snodgrass. Zach Schaefer with the run. And now it is 24-7. And the Comet season is 2 minutes and 49 seconds away from being done. Shotgun, Snodgrass. He will hand it off to Elias. And Elias gets hit. Oh, no, he pitched it out over to the near side. Got it to Schabel, who converts the 2-point play. That is the first time tonight that the Bulldogs have converted it. And now the Bulldogs find themselves ahead 24-7 deep in the fourth quarter over the Blue Comets. Back in 1 minute. This is Chanute Blue Comet football on 1460 AM. .249 left to go. Kickoff on the near side. Brought up to around the 35-yard line. So the Comets, with .249 left in their season, it would take, at this point, perhaps one of the greatest comebacks in Southeast Kansas history in this short amount of time to extend their season. But time is running out after the interception and then the big run. And now a blitz. Pass over to the near side to Hernandez, trying to squeeze his way on the near side to the 37-yard line. 2:36 left. Now it's going to be shotgun. Dropping back. Pass on the down sideline and overshot by Lane Harvey. It was good throw, just led him a step too deep. I'm looking up here at the Indy scoreboard, and it says great pass. I'm assuming they mean that as great pass coverage, or very sarcastically. Actually, it was a great pass, just a step leading the receiver a step too much. So now brings up 3rd down and 8. And pass is up and through 3 defenders' hands, incomplete. It was a tip drill. It was intended to Bailey. And Bowman just led him just a bit too far again. And brings up 2nd down and, or makes up, 4th down and 8 with 2:11 left. And this is the season here for Chanute. Looking over to the sideline, Coach Chris Shields giving the signal. That'll be a shotgun. To the left is DeVoe of Bowman. Bowman sends the slot receiver in motion. It's Ndoyo. And it's a pass broken up, well defended. And incomplete. Turnover on downs. Indy will have the ball. And 2 minutes and 8 seconds to close out this ball game and head to the playoffs. And for Chanute to head back and end their season. So 1st and 10 at the 37. Independence will be at home. So this will be one of those scores that you look at in the newspaper or online as handoff to the running back, dancing around the defense. Schauble with the carry. And he picks up 2. Comets may get the ball back with minimal time, but down by 19 points. Tall order. But this is going to be one of those games that you see the final score and you think, oh, well, Indy had their way with Chanute. But Chanute was very much in this ball game until middle of the fourth quarter. Now the snap and handoff to Elias. Goes up the middle again. And it brings up third down and 4 from the 30 of Chanute. Both teams with all 3 timeouts. Coach Shields likely not to use it here. First down, and Indy can just down the ball and end this game. 10 seconds on the play clock. Snodgrass hands it off. Bumped into the backfield. But the ball carrier turns, goes into the secondary, spun and hit. Hard hit. And carry was Christian Phillips for Independence. And 48.8 seconds remaining. 3 timeouts, a 19-point lead. And Independence will be your district champions. And we'll host next week, and Labette County Grizzlies will be on the road on next Friday night. Low snap, Snodgrass knees it, and that'll do it. Independence knocks off the Chanute Blue Comets by a final score of 26-7. And we will take a 3-minute timeout, come back, have a chat with the head coach of the Blue Comets, Coach Chris Shields, and wrap up our final broadcast of the Chanute Blue Comets football here on 1460 AM. Comets fall by a final score of 26-7 against Independence. Back in 3 minutes for your post-game wrap-up and chat with Coach Chris Shields here on your home for Chanute Blue Comet football, 1460 AM and KKOI.com. Back here on 1460 AM and KKOI.com as the Comets fall 26-7 as they are meeting around at the 25-yard line for one final time for their seniors. And it is what they are doing is they have lined up the seniors on one side, and as a team they are going down and telling them goodbye. The seniors for Chanute: Tret Bailey, Keaton Jansen, Matt DeVoe, who has been a fantastic, just watching him improve throughout the season. Andrew Ndoye has been a delight. Eric Munoz, who's had bright spots. Gavin Harvey, Bryce Jones, Jake Kleins, Justice Catron, and Alex Acuna Rice, all ending their season and careers as Blue Comets, lacing up or suiting up for the final time. And you see on our YouTube page what I'm talking about here with the line of players saying goodbye to the seniors as they're going through and thanking them for their hard work. And unfortunately for Chanute, just coming up on the short end, Comets, they've struggled with their offense picking up. They've struggled with getting the offense going quickly. And that's the case here tonight. I guess it was fitting that a slow offensive start, but a strong defensive effort kept them in this game for 3.5 quarters, and then Independence able to get some big breaks, big runs, and get into the end zone for the final score of 26-7. The ball game began with 2 quick scores by Independence. They were up 12-0. And then it was a 12-0 score at half. Comets get the pick 6 from Harvey. Got between 12-7 and started to get some big hits defensively, big stops, but just unable to turn that momentum on the offensive side and unable to make anything happen after that. Independence, they played a heck of a game and great offense, great defense, and they should be able to make some noise in the Class 4A Division II playoffs coming up next Friday night. So they should definitely make some noise and represent Southeast Kansas well. And credit to this coaching staff and this crew. One thing you can say about this team is that they did not give up. That they did not, especially during that tough portion of the season where things weren't going their way, where they were, games that they probably had no business in being in. They continue to grind it out every week. They continue to try to get better. They tried to, and they stuck with one another. You didn't see a whole lot of sideline skirmishes. You didn't see them fight. You didn't see them. You didn't see them jump down each other's throats on the sideline. They were all very poised and went out there with enthusiasm and whatnot. And again, just youth. The youth is hard to come up with, and it's sometimes hard to overcome. So the Comets, they continue to go out there with the seniors, waiting for Coach Shields to come up. He's going out there to talk to his group, and we'll hope to have a quick chat with him shortly, get his thoughts on tonight's game, and not only just the game, but the season as well. as he gets ready to say goodbye to his group of seniors. And now they're calling in the football players, or all the players, one final time here in Independence. But it's been an absolute honor, I will say, to call the games for the last 2 years, filling in for Mike Sutcliffe. As he's been back at home, getting healthy, taking care of himself. Been an absolute privilege and honor to call these games. And I appreciate all words, constructive criticism and appreciation of the games. Appreciate the sponsors for tuning in, for sponsoring the games. Appreciate the people for continuing to follow the Comets here on 1460 AM. And I think I thank everyone and given the opportunity to do these games. So, and I'm very thankful for Coach Chris Shields and the staff, coaching staff, and with the time that they've taken out to talk to me and provide with the pregame interviews and postgame interviews. And like I said, not the season I know that the Comets were hoping for, an improvement. They are headed in the right direction with some off-season conditioning, adding some size, maturing. They're getting ready for, I think, what is going to be a nice, healthy run for the Southeast Kansas area. They're going to be competitive next year. Like I said, the Southeast Kansas League is getting ready to get turned upside down on its head. And it will be interesting to see how the league plays out for the next few years as I think you're going to see you're going to see powerhouses go through this rebuilding. You're going to see teams that, like Chanute, that have struggled. You're going to see them grow, and you're going to see them take off and do work, so to speak, and return back to quote-unquote the glory days. And there's quite a few talent coming through that Royster program that will make it interesting. So the Comets fall to Independence here tonight. Tret Bailey, Keaton Jansen, Matt DeVoe, Andrew Ndoyo, Eric Munoz, Gavin Harvey, Bryce Jones, Jake Kleins, Justice Catron, and Alex Acuna Rice will all play their final game as a Chanute Blue Comet football player. And also, too, credit to the seniors that did stick it out, not just this year, but last year as well, because of the coaching change with Coach Shields coming in. And no one likes change. Change can be difficult, especially in the football side, because you don't know what to expect. You don't know what your role is going to be. You don't know what your expectation is going to be. It just makes it tough, and it says a lot about these young men that stuck it out, that played here tonight and the last 2 seasons, and they believed and bought in on what Coach Shields was selling, and represented the Blue Comet program well. So the Comets fall here tonight against Independence. And with the loss, Chanute is eliminated. Labette County will advance to the playoffs. They will be on the road, and it'll be Labette County Grizzlies on the road and Independence hosting. Now, coming up Tuesday on our stations, 95.3 FM, we'll have the Humboldt Cubs traveling to Wellsville. Then on 105.5, we'll have St. Paul taking on Peabody. And on 94.9, we'll have Fredonia at Galena. So that is the way the postseason shakes out, and want to wish area teams good luck as the postseason gets ready to kick off coming up starting on Tuesday for the area. Let's go ahead and take a 2-minute timeout, see if we can't get Coach Shields up here. If we can't, then we will go ahead and wrap up the broadcast here. But the Comets, they end their season with a loss to the Independence Bulldogs, your SEK League champions, district champions as well, here on this Friday night. So back in 2 minutes. This is Chanute Blue Comet football on 1460 AM. Back here on 1460 AM, KKOY.com, as the Comets fall here tonight to the Independence Bulldogs. So we'll go ahead and wrap up our broadcast here tonight. I want to thank all of our sponsors again for making this season possible. Look forward to basketball season, and want to thank again the parents and everyone who tuned in. Would like to thank Mike Sutcliffe for his support here this season and listening to the broadcast and giving me some pointers as well. And also for the City of Chanute listeners, Blue Comet fans, for growing with me. And I know it was just as much of a growth for you as it was for me. And greatly appreciate all who tuned in and constructive criticism or appreciation, whatever the case may be. I still am very fortunate. I'm very fortunate to have been given the opportunity to call Chanute Blue Comet football, and hope to have Mike ready for basketball back here. And so whatever the future may hold, big thank you, and just know that I will forever be thankful for the opportunity to call Chanute Blue Comet football. So that is going to go ahead and do it for everyone who made this broadcast possible. I'm Zol Lopez saying you've been listening to Chanute Blue Comet football as the Comets end their season with a loss to Labette, or to Independence. They end their season by a final score of 26-7. For everyone who made this broadcast possible, I'm Zol Lopez saying you've been listening to Chanute Blue Comet football on 1460 AM. Good night.